Okay, here's a life lesson. It's a very good life lesson. There are many things wrong with the world. Many things wrong with the world. But the thing that mainly affects you, and I mean you at home, which one am I looking at? Is it that one? Or is it that one? It's that one. The thing that affects you at home. Yeah, alright, politics and who's going to be the next Prime Minister and Brexit and all that shit, and maybe even Donald Trump if you live in the UK. Maybe not. Who cares what he's fucking doing? There are many things that affect you at home. And shall I tell you what it is? I will tell you what it is. And I will tell you, while I start cleaning up all this fucking mess here, it is the upbringing of your children. Okay? The upbringing of your children. Now, there are things you need to teach your kids from the very start. And that is respect. Yeah? If you don't teach your kids respect, they're going to be arseholes. They're going to be complete arseholes. And when you're telling them off, they won't listen. Or you ask them to turn the TV off because they need to brush their teeth because they've got to go to school. Or, you know, please can you do this because I'm going to sort your dinner out, so can you clear the table? They'll just go, oh yeah, 1 sec. And then they won't do it because they'll know that you will do it. You need to teach your kids respect. Also, you need to teach your kids to tidy up their mess. Kids aren't fucking stupid unless your kid is born with a... I hate to say it, but unless your kid is born with a condition that prevents him from being able to do something as simple as, oh, you finished your cereal, pour the milk down the sink, put the empty bowl in the dishwasher. If they can't do that for themselves, then fair enough. I feel sorry for you, but I'm sure you love your children, and that's wonderful. But if your children are quite capable of doing that, you teach them to do that. They're not fucking stupid. Not that the other kids are stupid that are born with the conditions, I'm just saying, they're not stupid. But to see them completely behave like they don't know, I don't know what to do, so that they don't have to do it, then that's stupid. That's stupid of the parents. So there's no respect, they don't know how to tidy up, they don't know how to clean up after themselves. Now I always say, if you're big enough and fat enough to get your toys out and make a mess, then you're big enough and fat enough to put them away. You know what I'm saying? Jesus. You need to teach your kids respect. You really do. Because that is what affects you the most if you have children. You're at home. Your kids are misbehaving. Why are they misbehaving? Maybe it's a brother and sister being dickheads to each other. It's going to happen. But when you're telling them off and they're not listening to you, it's because they don't respect you. Yeah? Those are very important things. You need to teach your kids that. By the time I was 11 years old, yeah? It could be seen as quite old, but by the time I was 11 years old, I was washing the dishes and I was drying the dishes. Fuck off, Cooper. It's the fucking postman. It's the postman, you dickhead! By the time I was 11, I was washing the dishes and drying the dishes and then putting them away. By the time I was 11. By the time I was 11, that's still young. Maybe back then it's still young. That dog is a fucking knob. And this cat is a fucking dickhead as well. I could even be perceived as a dickhead. Is that the word? Well, either way, if it's not the word, then I am a dickhead. But yeah, also, there's so many things that you need to teach your kids that people don't teach their kids. And the problem lies with the parents. With the parents. Yeah? That's it. The problem lies with the parents. Lazy parenting. I'll tell you what lazy parenting is. Lazy parenting is when your kid misbehaves. Yeah? And you're trying to tell them off and you send them to their room. And that's it. For 20 minutes. And you go upstairs and you say, look, I'm sorry I had to tell you off. No, you're not sorry that you had to tell them off. You're sorry that your kid is a shit. Yeah? That's what you're sorry about. You tell your kid, you say, I'm telling you off because you're a fucking arsehole. You don't say that. But you say, I'm telling you off because of this. You misbehaved and you disrespected me and you do not do that because I am your parent, okay? You let the kid know that that's how it is, okay? You be a little bit black about it. I'm not saying you fucking hit them, but you have to be black strict. Now, I know you know what that means. You have to be black strict because black parents are the best parents. I don't give a shit. They are the best parents. They really are. And I'm not trying to get points for not being racist, but black parents are the best parents. Because have you seen how... I know you know what I'm talking about. And I'm not going to start talking about black and white people. People need to use a bit more black parenting on their kids. Because the black people know what they're doing. Black kids respect their parents and they love their parents. I've been a carer for 10 years and I always work with black people. And they always speak so highly of their parents and the great job that their parents did raising them. And I'm like, you know what? This is quite a common thing that keeps coming up. You know, everyone knows that black parents are quite strict with their kids, but it fucking pays off. Apart from the ones that are in gangs. The ones that are in gangs, fuck those ones. No one knows what they're doing. Fuck that. If your kid's in a gang, you might as well get your kid to kill you. Jesus. Fucking, that's a completely different world, that is. So yeah. People need to be strict with their kids. Lazy parenting, that's what I was saying. You can't send them to their room. You have to tell them why you've sent them to their room. And not after 20 minutes, after an hour. And then if they don't show respect, maybe even straight away you take away all their privileges. You take away their TV access, you take away their phone, you take away their games console, you take away anything that gives them gratification in the modern day. You take it all away. They won't like it. You take it away for a fucking week. You take it away for a week. And they won't have any of that shit for a week. Yeah? If the communal TV in the lounge is where they like to watch TV, fuck off. You go to your room. You're grounded. You go to your room and you read a fucking book. Yeah? That's how you do it. And you do it for a week. After that, they might know. Shit, this is real business. But you can't after 20 minutes go upstairs and say, oh, so are you sorry? Yeah, come on, come back downstairs and watch some TV. And leave me alone so I can fucking look at my phone. You know? Oh my god. There's too much lazy parenting going on. Now, like I say, the problem lies with the parents. No respect, and no respect, and they don't behave, and they're fucking assholes, the kids. What kids am I talking about? Kids that just act like cunts, you know? Kids that act like cunts. No one likes a kid that acts like a cunt. Where does it come from? It comes from the parents. It comes from the parents. From the parents. Do you remember that? You hear that? You hear what I'm saying? If your kid is an asshole, it's because of you. It's because of you. And a single woman cannot get a boyfriend and hope that he'll come in and start disciplining the kids because that's not how it goes. No, it's the parents. It's the parents' job. Because if it's the parents' fault. The parents have to discipline the kids, and if they don't, that's where it all comes. That's where the problem lies. It's with the parents. Can't say that enough. It's fucking parents. I'm cleaning up fucking mess here. That's what I'm doing. 32 years old now, still doing chores. Was doing them when I was 11, and I wasn't fucking paid for doing them either. In my house, you weren't paid for taking the trash, taking out the bin bags. You weren't paid for washing the dishes. Yeah, okay, I came from a poor family, but I wasn't paid to do things that you end up doing in life for yourself anyway. You don't pay your kids for doing the chores. That's fucking stupid. If you want to give your kids money, you give them a bit of pocket money at the end of the week. You don't pay them to do chores, otherwise they're just going to think that money flies out of your arsehole and into their palm. Into their gold-plated palm. No, it's all completely wrong. You do not pay your kids for doing chores. You tell them the chores have to be done, because when you get older, money isn't going to fly out of your asshole and land into your hands just because you've done the chores. You know what I'm saying? Teach your kids respect. Teach them to tidy up their fucking mess, because if they don't tidy up their mess, they'll just throw sweet wrappers on the floor and... oh, God. It's the parents. It's the fucking parents. The problem lies with the parents, and I can't say that enough. And there's videos all over the internet, there's information all over the internet about how if your kids are assholes, it's the parents. Some kids are born absolute assholes, and the parents... Who's texting me? I can't see that. But yeah, so some kids are actually born and grow up to be complete fucking asshole adults. But then again, it probably comes from upbringing. You know? I only really had my mum, And I think my mum did a fucking banging job. I am a bit of a smart ass when it comes to arguing, and I do study a lot of human behaviour. So I know, during an argument, if someone says something for a certain reaction, I'll tell them why they're saying something and for what reaction and for what emotion that they're trying to get a rise out of me with, if you know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, but I think my mum did a smashing job with me. Grade A, prime cut person. No, I'm sucking my own dick here. But yeah, if you've got kids in their assholes, it's your fault.